But now let's cross live to Washington for more on this historic Trump inauguration. Sky News correspondent Annelise Nielsen joins me now. Annelise, what a massive day. Can you talk us through some of the main executive orders that Trump signed on his first day in office?
Well, he went straight for it, and why wouldn't you sign as many influential executive orders as you can now, because this is the moment when he has the most goodwill, the biggest mandate coming in, having won the popular and the electoral college vote, and really so much support, especially from the business community. It was notable that he had all those tech executives front and centre for his swearing in. So he signed in an executive order taking the US out of the Paris Climate Accord. He signed an executive order declaring that there are two genders. Now, this seems like it might just be something that his critics would call virtue signalling, but there are practical ramifications of that for especially federal government employees and how they go to work. I mean, it can go down to things like on government forms, drop-down bars having two gender options. There's also going to be restrictions on how people interact in the military if they identify as trans, and there are additional executive orders on that. He's implemented an executive order to extend TikTok's lifespan to stave off that coming to a head while he's in his first few days, but that will have to have some kind of agreement to either have American ownership, divestiture, or it will still be shut down as per the congressional rules. And he's implemented another executive order that's going to make a big difference here in Washington, D.C. He's mandating that everyone has to go back to work, no more teleworking, and that's going to be a big impetus for his Department of Government Efficiency, which was supposed to be Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. They announced yesterday Vivek standing down from that one, and it seems like he'll be running for governor of Ohio, but that hasn't been confirmed yet.
Looking at Joe Biden and his exit, he sparked outrage with his last-minute pardons, both of his family and of Anthony Fauci and others. Annelise.
Yes, this was unexpected. He's already racked up the most executive pardons of any president, and I think he was anticipating Donald Trump coming in and trumping that number anyway. But what he did in the last few moments was extraordinary in not only giving his own relatives, his siblings, a preemptive pardon, as there was a probe into his brother using influence peddling to make money. He's also given preemptive pardons to Anthony Fauci, the COVID czar from the Donald Trump years. He gave a preemptive pardon to General Milley, who was so instrumental in the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. And in doing this, what he's actually really set them up for is further investigation from Congress, because when you have these presidential pardons, it is a power of the president to say you won't be pursued personally. But what that means is if you accept it as they have, you can no longer claim the Fifth Amendment right to not testify in your own defense, because the premise is that you can no longer be prosecuted, so you don't need that protection. So I would expect Republicans to make full use of that, and we should be having some very confrontational hearings on the matter. They'll still be wanting to investigate what went wrong in both of those big policy